So I recently heard that the DNC was actually going to be holding a big meeting here in Denver. And what I was thinking that we should do, or anybody willing to protest, is to actually actively go there and protest, but protest with a decisive understanding in mind. And that decisive understanding is, and what I actually the better term, a conciliatory message, one conciliatory message in mind, and that is the Democratic establishment, the corporate media, and whoever else refuse to listen to the voice of the people. And we could have a chant like the DNC didn't listen to me. That's what led to Trump's presidency, or whatever, something like that. Anyways, just to highlight the fact that the reason Donald Trump is now president is because the Democratic establishment openly, well, not openly, but the Democratic establishment corrupted the entire democratic process and the Democratic primary in favor of Hillary Clinton, which dissuaded a lot of Bernie Sanders voters from actually coming out because of the fact they treated us like crap. And the fact is, they didn't listen to us. There's tons of Bernie Sanders supporters out there, me included, who warned the DNC, who warned these people that at the end of the day, you guys are like going down, you're driving off a cliff. Hillary Clinton's just not a likable candidate. She was the second most hated candidate. Anyways, point being, a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters said that Trump had a much higher likelihood of becoming president. I even said that he would become president if Hillary Clinton was the nomination or was the nominee. And he ran an incompetent campaign. I did not even expect him to run as an incompetent campaign as he did, and he still won. But the DNC didn't listen to us. And it's because of the fact that they listen. I mean, these are corporate Democrats. These are people who serve corporate interests over democratic interests. So what we need to do is highlight that factor and that fact. And the other thing we need to do is show the protesters not as just one big mob of people, but as they are individually. So what we can do is every protester, before the protest even begins, we create a video and we videotape every protester talking for 15 to 30 seconds about what their personal issue is with the DNC and how the DNC did not listen to them, did not listen to their concerns, did not listen to their, upsets. And because of that, Trump became president. And what you do is you put like a whole montage of all these protesters individually, so on and so forth, before, at the very beginning of the video. So he has someone explaining what happened with the corporate media and how, them adding in the super delegates to the designated delegates dissuaded Bernie Sanders supporters from participating in the democratic process, and how the corporate Democrats who happen to be super delegates also heavily, favored Hillary Clinton, and how that also made it look like she had an insurmountable lead, which again dissuaded any form of democratic process. Have that, and then you have all the people who are there protesting. Why are they protesting? What did the DNC not listen to me about? And just airing their grievances, so on and so forth. And then you actually get to the protest. So you see all these people individually, this issue, that issue, the other issue, this issue, and 20 people. If you get 20, 25 people doing that, it'll still be pretty effective. And you go from that to actually seeing the protests, and you see the people protesting, these DNC people who pretty much blew out the Bernie Sanders people who warned that Trump would be president. And then you have them protesting that. And if they don't listen, if they just continue to walk by, so on and so forth, if they continue to, that is genius. If they continue to walk by, oh my god, this is freaking genius. If they continue to walk by, so on and so forth, it will help that same understanding and help highlight the fact that these people don't listen to the voters. These people don't actually listen to the people, they listen to their corporate donors. If they do stop, you can ask them, are you going to apologize for this? Like, you guys refuse to listen to us. Are you going to not only acknowledge that, are you going to apologize for that? Because we need to hear apologies from you people who are at the leadership, the head of the DNC, and just show that. And if we can get these people, these national people who run the DNC across the country on videotape apologizing, holy crap, that will help solidify the truth of the reality, which is the DNC screwed us over. And they are the reason Trump is president. And that is, I think, what is effective protesting in this day and age. Because protest needs to be effective because of one particular factor. People would see on TV all these fucking people gathered and be like, oh my god, like, it was a relatable fact. But the novelty of that experience has left during the current, age of constant social media. We're bombarded with people all day, every day. It's kind of hard to really understand what a protest means. But if we actively control the narrative of that protest, so on and so forth, to show what the people's grievances were, why they were mad, each individual in the protest, the mob stops looking less like a mob and starts looking like a bunch of concerned people who want to express their democratic voice and their democratic opinion. And they want to protest so people actually understand what they are saying. So that's my idea. Hope you guys run with it. I mean, right now I'm taking a personal hiatus to work on myself and personal shit. But I just thought that was a good idea, and I wanted to make it clear how I think it would be effective and helpful. Anyways, if you guys have any concerns or want to get in touch with me, something. Oh yeah, I'm gonna post on his Facebook, so you just get in touch with me through there. All right, deuces.